Hey guys, welcome back to this place. If you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, and today we are watching season 4, episode 11 of Battlestar Galactica. We are honestly pretty rapidly approaching the end of the show, and it's kind of crazy, especially after the last episode where we found out that, Earth is a desolate wasteland, that we're gonna find out soon how the show ends. And I don't know if I'm ready for it. I hope that it ends on a hopeful note, but I think it's also possible that it will not, and that's kind of a little bit nerve-wracking to me. I thought that the last episode was so good, so beautifully done. There was so many heartfelt, pulling at your heartstrings moments. It was the culmination of 4 seasons so far of what we've been trying to achieve, what everyone's been working for to find Earth. And, unfortunately, the destination isn't really what everybody wanted, but they did it. They got there. Now where the hell do they go from here? I'm excited to find out. I'm sure you guys are as well. I mean, you probably know, but you're excited, hopefully, to see along with me. So without any further rambling by me, let's just get into it and find out. I wonder if this is why the prophecy was that Kara would lead them to their doom, because, or their destruction or whatever, because Earth is uninhabitable.
No signs of human life.
Interesting.
It's the same report we got from Mars.
No signs of human life.
Low-level radiation.
Okay.
Definitely in the water and the food chain. Better put word out not to eat or drink anything down there.
Okay, so that's why.
Baltar just confirmed it. The planet was nuked about 2,000 years ago.
Let's get out of here.
So is that why they couldn't go back to Caprica? Because of the, what the Cylons did, radiation and everything? It would be fucking horrible.
Just don't give up.
Yeah, it would be easy to lose hope when, this is what they've been searching for so long. And it's fucked. What are they gonna do? I wouldn't want to be the person to have to tell them the truth.
Get me out of here.
Madam President,
You'd have to know it was shitty, though. Shitty, no good news. Because, why wouldn't they just be yay, we found it, we did it.
757 NC.
Is that her ship?
The number on my ship is 8757 NC.
Cylon?
250 skeletons so far.
They're not human.
Oh.
They're Cylon.
The skeletons are?
All of them. All of them.
Oh, interesting.
The 13th tribe
Are
was
Cylons.
silent.
Honestly, it makes sense. That's where the final 5 came from. So what happened with the Cylons then? Did they destroy themselves there too? Does he sense something? Because the final 5 would have been there at some point, right? Was he remembering? Maybe they fled before the destruction. maybe a version of him.
If my Viper splattered all over this planet, then who flew it here? And what the hell did I fly back to Galactica?
Yep.
I couldn't have done it without you, Dee.
You will this time, too.
I don't know how. I don't know what the frack I'm gonna tell the quorum.
Yeah.
The good news is, real estate prices are low. Truth is, there is no happy way to spend this thing.
So don't. Tell them the truth. That's what people need to hear, and you're the one they need to hear it from.
I agree. I think it would be hard, though.
I was gonna grab a drink around 1900. Would you join me?
I think she's gonna say no.
It's a date.
Oh. She surprised me. Maybe they still will work it out. Maybe they can go forward with like a new understanding of their situation, you know? And they can find each other. Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be her. At least some version of her. Unless it's just empty. Not empty. Not empty. Is this the confirmation that she's a Cylon? That she's the final of the final 5?
If you've got an explanation for this, now's the time.
I don't have one.
He didn't know that she was one of the final 5, I don't think. He's like, I'm gonna leave.
If that's me lying there, then what am I? What am I?
I don't think that he actually knew. He just knew that she was different, right?
What am I?
I think you're a Cylon, hun. He remembers. Oh, it's a guitar. He remembered something. Even if it wasn't like a full flashlight Tyrrell's.
We died in a Holocaust.
And why are we still alive?
Yeah.
That happened 2,000 years ago. How did we get to the colonies?
Yeah.
Come to think that we were human. 2,000 years is a long time to forget.
Yeah, it is. Is she burning the... Oh. Pythia's, prophecies or whatever.
Pythian prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna lie down and quit.
I mean, this is a pretty big blow, to be fair.
Don't touch me. Just go.
I think she just needs some time in the grief, you know? You can't just jump over something like that, you know? You can't just pack it away and keep going. Like, to think that you're responsible for so many people dying and that you don't have anything to offer them is to, like... Yeah. She gonna burn it. I thought she was gonna get it like tested or something.
I think I managed to stall a full-scale panic, but I got no idea what to do next.
Yeah.
That is the best fun I have had in a long, long time.
Good.
Thank you.
Ooh, they kissing. I think that from the place they're in now, they could actually have a healthy relationship. So I would be here for this.
No. 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 No.
I'm sorry, what the fuck just happened?
It's gonna be okay.
That's not okay. No. I don't know what the.
We need a medic here! We need a medic! Medic!
That's not gonna fucking help. You can't survive that. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Like, I thought she was happy. Okay. Not really fucking sure why. I'm so confused. Like, I thought that she was like obviously upset about Earth, but like that she was working through it, but she just wanted to have a happy memory to hold on to while she did that. That's a lot. That's a fucking lot, you guys.
She kissed me goodnight 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Joy in her eyes.
Yeah. Fucking.
So tell me, why would she do this?
I don't frickin' know.
Same. That was so jarring, you guys. Like, I honestly don't know how to process what just happened because that was just a fucking lot. Don't look. Don't fucking look. It's so terrifying, honestly. Like,
What did you do?
like I can't process that, you guys. I can't. Like,
I let you down.
I was worried about her before, but then she seemed like she was doing.
You know, Helen was smarter than I gave her credit for.
Don't go there, Bill.
Smarter than me. She knew from the beginning that there was something wrong with you.
No.
What?
That's why she went around fracking half the colonial fleet.
Shut your mouth.
Searching out, trying to find a man
That's not why.
who had real blood in his main vein.
Shut your fracking mouth.
She came up to me once, like a dog in heat. I could smell
All right, this is very
She smells
this is what he wants, of course.
Do it. Do it.
He wants it. He wants you to.
Or I will.
See.
Go on. Go on.
No, how about we both just stop, take a breath, take a fucking breath, put the fucking guns down, and relax. Look, I'm not falling into this stupid narrative of like, whatever. But choose to live. That's hard. You know? Like, choose to make it up to people.
How is putting a bullet in your head gonna help Dee? It sure as frack isn't gonna help all the others who are thinking about doing the same goddamn thing. What are they gonna do without the old man here to lead them?
Lead them where?
I don't know, somewhere.
What about Dee?
She was gone, she doesn't know.
She shot herself.
I think that she just had so much hope in Earth that when that got taken away, she didn't know what to do. Fuck.
What they can accomplish, we can accomplish. We will find a new home. This is a promise I intend to keep.
I like them.
No, I'm not going.
Why?
You know, all this is just gonna happen again and again and again.
This all happened before. It'll all happen again.
So I'm getting off this merry-go-round. I'm gonna die here with the bones of my ancestors, and it beats the hell out of being out there with Carol.
What's going on? Whoa. Tigh, what are you doing? Tigh, can we not? What are you doing? Someone come get this man.
So,
Okay. Everything's in place. We'll be reborn
Oh, so is she the final
again
of the 5 Cylons?
together.
Ellen, you're the 5th.
That doesn't explain Kara, though. Okay, you guys. So, that episode was incredibly emotional. I did not see what happened with Dee coming. It felt very abrupt, very, like, just out of left field. It was very jarring, very upsetting. I do think that it's unfortunately very true to life sometimes, you know. You can't always see the people who are struggling. You don't realize what people are going through internally, and they might seem okay, but that doesn't mean that they are. So I think that this episode is just a reminder. Obviously, most of us hopefully won't go through something nearly as traumatic as this, but I think that we all can lose hope. I think that we all can struggle with finding a reason to keep going. And I think that this is just a reminder to all of us to check in on your friends and your family. The people that seem okay might not be, you know? And yeah, I don't know. I think that it's a very complicated topic to talk about. So I don't want to like say something wrong or come across like be misunderstood with what I'm saying. So I don't want to say too much, but I just think that it's really sad, and I think that nobody should ever have to get to that place where they feel like that's their only option. And I think that I really hate that anybody ever does get to that place, and I hope that, I don't know, I hope for a world where nobody ever feels that, but I don't know that that's possible. Yeah, I think that Dee, she broke my heart in this episode. I think she just hung all her hopes on Earth, and then when that was gone, she didn't think that there was anything to keep going for. Like, she kind of just ran out of fight, and I think that that's really sad, and it honestly breaks my heart. And I just wish that, even though I know she's a fictional character, like, I wish that that wasn't her story, you know? I will say, I'm glad that Adama chose a different path. I'm glad that Tigh was able to be that person that woke him up. I hope that him and Tigh can resume their bond and have a good relationship going forward, even though it's gonna look different now. There was just a lot of really sad stuff in this episode. I don't know what's going on with Kara. I don't know what it means that she died, but she's not dead and she's back, if it doesn't mean that she's a Cylon. Because if Ellen is actually the 5th of the final 5, then Kara shouldn't be a Cylon because there's only 12 models, right? Although, it makes sense if there was 13 because of, you know, the 13 colonies and stuff like that. But unless there's just more Cylon models than we know about, or Kara is something completely different from Cylon or human, I'm not really sure Because it seemed like this episode was sort of like leading up to Kara being one of the final 5, like sort of the nail in the coffin of like, yeah, look, this is her ship, this is her body, here's proof that it's her body, yet she's still here, so something is going on. And yet Tigh seemed to remember that Ellen was the 5th, so I don't know, because the thing with Tigh is that he's not always a very reliable narrator. He also thought that the 6th was Ellen for long enough to get her pregnant. You know what I mean? So, like, not really sure if I should trust his memory because of that fact that in the past he's not been a reliable narrator. I also just really feel, personally, if the big reveal of the final person of the final 5, which they've waited 4 seasons to tell us, is Ellen, that feels really, like, anticlimactic, no? Like, I feel like for it to have the impact that it should have, it has to be like Kara, or Lee, or Adama, or Rosalind, or Gaius. You know, like, it has to be, I would think, somebody that has a lot more importance to the central story than Ellen. No? Maybe that's just me. You guys can let me know in the comments below if you were like, oh my god, like, I didn't see that coming. Or if you were just like, okay. Because I'm not gonna lie, if that is the big reveal and, like, she really is the final one of the final 5, I'm kind of like, okay. I don't care that much. Like, I don't like Ellen. I think that I've never really liked Ellen. She's okay. They made me feel for her when she died, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I can't lie. I kind of, like, don't care if she is the final one of the final 5. But if she is, then what I'm interested in at this point is what the fuck is going on with Kara? Because, like, that remains unexplained. So I'm glad that we got an answer as to why Earth was uninhabitable, low levels of radiation, so you couldn't eat the food or drink the water. So even though it's been 2,000 years, I know that there's, I don't know how long it is, but I know it's a very long time for a planet or a place where a lot of radiation has happened to become, like, habitable again, to become livable again. So obviously I think at some point Earth will be a viable planet for carbon-based life forms, but currently is not. Also really curious as to, like, what happened with Anders and Tyrell and, oh gosh, how have I forgotten her name again? Tori? It's Tori, right? God. I think it's Tori. And Tigh and Ellen, I guess, you know, if that's to be believed. I mean, I honestly don't really care that much about her, but I'm curious as to, like, how Tyrell and them got from Earth to the colonies. I'm curious as to just what happened and the story of it. So it seems to me, based off this episode, and as always, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm misinterpreting this. So are they saying that the humans that left Earth 2,000 years ago when this happened are the people that then went and found the 13 colonies, or is that not what they're saying? Because I feel like at the end when Adama is giving his speech, he's saying, you know, this was the wreckage of their land, they went and they found our land. So now from the wreckage of our land, the 13 colonies, we can go and find land for future generations of humans. Now, because of what we know has happened to Earth, and because of what we know has happened to Caprica and the other 13 colonies, and because of the fact that the Cylons are always saying this has all happened before and it will all happen again, and Deanna in this episode was like, I kind of just want to get off the fucking train of, like, you know, we just keep going in the same cycles. I wonder if it is happening in, like, this sort of cyclical motion, right? Because it happened before if this is what happened, like, it happened on Earth, a select number of humans got out, founded the 13 colonies. It happened on the 13 colonies, a select number of humans got out. We'll find more colonies. We'll repopulate that. In X amount of years, it'll happen again. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this just a loop that humanity and the Cylons are stuck in, that there's not really any hope of getting out? Has it all happened before, and will it all happen again? Does any of this matter if that's the case? You know what I mean? Just something to think about, you know. I'm also interested in how Rosalind is going to do going forward, because, you know, she still, like, the entire prophecy from the hybrid hasn't been fulfilled. It was, thus will it come to pass, a dying leader will know the truth of the Opera House. So I don't think that Rosalind knows the truth of the Opera House still. The missing 3 will give you the 5 who have come from the home of the 13th. That happened. And then you are the harbinger of death, Kara Thrace. You will lead them all to their end. End of line. So that could be significant, or signifying Earth. That could be signifying something else that has yet to happen. When Kara told Leoben that, he pieced the fuck out real quick. When she found that skeleton of her, he pieced the fuck out real quick. So clearly whatever he knew or sensed about Kara did not extend to the full knowledge of who the fuck she is and what the fuck that means. So we still have the prophecy to be fulfilled, even though Rosalind's burning the pages. She's kind of saying goodbye to that era of her life. So yeah, we still need to know what that means. And then we also still have the Opera House. We have Kara. So you are the harbinger of death, Kara Thrace. Like, I wonder if that was signifying Earth, because they also said that all the bones that they found on Earth were Cylon, correct? So I don't know. I think it could still have a future meaning that we just don't know about yet. I'm glad that Starbuck did not tell Lee in that exact moment what she needed to tell him. Now, is this going to be a plot device where she's just never going to fucking tell him now because she didn't tell him in that one moment? I hope not, because I really hate, like, I hate that as a plot device of, like, 2 characters having a conversation. One character is like, oh, I have to tell you this. And then the other character says something that derails that. And then the character that had to tell them something never gets to tell them because, you know, it got derailed. So I hope that this isn't going to be that sort of situation. I know it's a very popular plot device. It's just not my favorite, personally. So yeah, I don't know. I hope that we can figure out what the fuck is going on with Kara. I wish that maybe she'll talk to Anders, because he is one of the 5. Maybe he'll know something. Maybe he'll be able to remember something that could be relevant in this case. I still think that there's a possibility that if Ellen is one of the final 5, that Kara could still be a Cylon. Because I think that it's interesting that we've always had 12 Cylon models, but everything else in the show is kind of like 13, you know? It also just doesn't make sense that Kara's dead body is on Earth and Kara's still there. Like, there's something going on. Whether or not she's a Cylon or something else, we don't know. But she's clearly not, strictly speaking, just human. Anyway, I think that's all that I really have to say. I don't know, you guys. I still feel jarred by what happened with Dee and upset, and also like about Ellen. So I'm not sure how I feel about this episode as a whole. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's going to take me some time to process, because they really just did not prepare us in any way for that situation, you know? Anyway, thank you guys as always so much for watching. If you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. You can also watch the next episode right now over on Patreon if you're watching this on YouTube, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every single episode thus far of Battlestar Galactica, including the miniseries, the Resistance webisodes, and the Razor film. And I think next week we're watching more webisodes, The Face of the Enemy, I believe. So that will be soon. Patreon is in the description down below. I hope to see you guys next week for more Battlestar, and we'll just have to see how that goes. Until next time. Bye, guys.